What's up, everybody? It's your boy G-Mann here today.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today. What's up, everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today. What's up, everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today.
Doesn't that make you want to throw up in your mouth just a little? If it wasn't for the whole YouTube community, this vile creature would continue to abuse her dog, not only in the spitting, kicking, pushing, and slapping that she inflicts on her dog, but also in the way that she uses her dog for her pranking entertainment. In early August, this aggressive, weak bully accidentally posted a video to her YouTube channel that she claims was supposed to be a prank, showing her dog running into plastic wrap.
Today, for this video, I wanted to prank my dog. She's over there. I put plastic wrap on the door. I'm gonna have him run out. We're just gonna see what he does.
That girl in itself is abuse. You claim you love and adore your dog, so why the hypocrisy? This scumbag incorrectly uploaded unedited footage to her 335,000 subscribers, now down to 327,000, which clearly shows her spitting and hitting her dog. But hey, I bet this isn't the first time she has done this. It's the first time she has been caught. She tweeted back in July, like, why did ANYHOOOO have to eat my $100 leggings? It could have been any other pair. Why? Why? And this in January. My dog peed on my bed for the third time in the past 2 weeks. Also, why do dogs like to hit oo in the face with their chonker paws? The reason your dog is peeing on your bed is because he sees you as weak. You have zero leadership skills. Tell us, Brooke, when your dog chewed your $100 leggings and peed on your bed, how did you react? And describe to me the actions that you took. No one cares that you've had a bad week and that your life has been less than exceptional. And what's this about defending part of your behavior on the fact that Sphinx weighs 75 pounds? What did you think you were going to get? A mini goat? It concerns me that the reason you bought this dog was to start a YouTube channel with him as the sidekick and to show us how you and Sphinx have bonded. But in true fashion, you can never hide behind a fake smile and an abusive, sociopathic behavior. Like all abusers, including Weinstein, Cardinal Pell, and Epstein, you all get caught at some stage. And the person who grabbed their camera, videoed it on their computer, and shared it to the YouTube world, we thank you. She says in her pathetic apology tweet, when he is jumping up in my face with his mouth open, I, as a dog parent, have to show him that this behavior is unacceptable. Of course you do, but show me any textbook or reputable dog trainer that slaps, kicks, and spits on their pet. The thing I love about YouTube is nothing gets past the intelligent ones. Brooke, I have trolled back to most of your videos, not to watch them, but to read the comments, something you won't do because you are too busy playing the victim card. For the purpose of personal accountability, let me read out what people are saying on your past YouTube videos. This from a month ago. We didn't assume you were an animal abuser, we already knew. And I assume you beat, spit, and abuse your pets. This from 6 months ago. I love spitting at dogs, would be a great tattoo. You should get an I abuse my dog tattoo next. And this from 2 years ago. You know I'm already anorexic, but I've never beat my baby dog. I also suffer from mental illness, but I've never beaten my dog. Now you really know that you have messed up when Logan Paul tweets. I try my best to avoid slamming people on Twitter because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end, and rightfully so. But this video of that girl hitting and spitting on her dog is remarkably grotesque and irks me for many reasons. Pot, meet kettle. And even though the LAPD is investigating you for abusing your dog, you still want to claim that you are not a dog abuser. She says in her apology, but I want to make it known, regardless of what my dog does, I should not have acted that way towards him. Of course you want to make it known, but I'm curious. There are an excessive amounts of jump cuts, and I get it. Sometimes we make mistakes in trying to articulate our message, but what are you doing to Sphinx? Don't bother, that was rhetorical. Your apology did nothing. I watched that video several times and you were so quick to get angry. I guess your training method would be that of the old school where you rub your dog's nose in its own poo for toileting where and when it needed to. I guess you also use that old method of peeing on your dog because you think he would know who his master is. I think your inability to control your emotions makes you totally unsuited to dog ownership. I mean, if she can't control herself, what chance does she have to control the emotions of a dog, especially one that is the size of Sphinx? He sees her as his equal, and she's becoming dangerously close to him seeing her as subordinate. He won't have to do much to make her nervous around him, and then he will take the opportunity to dominate her. Once that happens, if she doesn't work hard to regain her status, that relationship is doomed. Now I know the whole world, except maybe 1% of people, will agree with me here. We all see you as inexperienced, unconfident, and inept. I want to shift slightly to this guy, who, by his own admission, is a YouTube dog trainer with over 10 years experience. And then he goes on to say not to listen to dog trainers on YouTube.
Don't go for one of these YouTube morons, right?
Robert, I don't know you. I've never exchanged emails or phone calls with you, and I know nothing about your training methods. You say some things that are worrying, even to the point of giving this scumbag a free pass to allow her keep her YouTube channel. You say this.
Did she push him down too firmly? No, I don't think it was abusive, right?
Well, of course the dog doesn't see it as abusive, but the intent was to harm her dog, and that, my friend, is abuse.
I hate to say this, it's going to come across sexist, but I'm going to do it anyway. A 75-pound dog for a woman like this is the wrong dog.
Yep, that was sexist. What you should have said was a 75-pound dog is the wrong dog for anyone who doesn't want to train their dog. Or as you said later, this dog is too much for her. Don't do that. That was unnecessary.
And I think she loves this dog. I really do. I think she really likes this dog.
No, she doesn't.
But I'm going to say something. In her apology, she clearly said, I did not spit on this dog.
She spat.
The accusation of spitting here said that she spit on the dog. Now, if she spit on the dog, I think it's kind of crass, right?
Yep, it's crass.
So is that really abusive? No.
Right, we've covered this. It's the intent of wanting to do harm to her dog. Carry on.
She clearly said, I did not spit on this dog.
She spat.
I see her getting mad at the dog, pushing the dog down. Not abusive. She didn't punch the dog.
So are we now separating hitting from punching? Robert, did you even see what we all saw? Stop defending this action.
And then she went out of frame and you hear right? So I did it twice now. Did I spit on my microphone? No. I went
Stop spitting at me.
So maybe she did that.
She did.
I don't know, but I can't see it. I can only analyze what I saw. She pushed the dog, smacked the dog.
And spat at him.
I know, the easy thing to do here is to join all the nuts on YouTube.
Right, so 99% of the rational people are nuts now.
Don't go for one of these YouTube morons, right? Don't go for one of these guys that are popular on YouTube training dogs because you're going to make a big mistake. Any one of those dogs in that shelter would gladly trade places with Brooke's dog and take that smack in the face. Any dog would welcome a spit in the face.
So by your own admission now, she spat at the dog.
What she did wasn't that bad.
How bad does it have to get for it to be bad? Robert, come here. Closer. Stop defending her. I need to speak. Robert, she clearly doesn't love her dog. Sorry, brother. Were you given the wrong video? Every Buster, Molly, and Fido can see that she has contempt for that dog. And you think just because she buys him toys, that is love? Try leadership, exercise, and a healthy diet. Showing him dignity and respect, and not pranking it, but buying toys? Pfft, that's what abusers do. Sheesh.
I see over and over again with my clients who they're.
Are you going to tell me that this is a training technique? Show me anywhere in the history of wolf, fox, or dog behavior where an adult dog is spitting, or for that matter, making that noise to discipline its pup. Dogs will growl, bark, howl, and even squeal to communicate, but spitting? Not a chance. Don't defend this piece of work. You're embarrassing yourself as a trainer.
I don't think her dog should be taken away. I don't think her YouTube should be shut down.
No, she should lose her channel. In any business, if you can't show that you have the mental toughness to regulate and restrain your impulses, that business sees you as a liability. For every video you post now with Sphinx Brook, your subscribers will be watching, but not for the fake entertainment, but to wonder how many times you have abused your dog. You, my friend, and I say that despairingly, should shut down your YouTube channel and surrender your dog to the thousands who would gladly give Sphinx a home to live out his life as a dog and not a circus act. In a recent tweet, someone had asked Brooke for advice on punishing their dog. This was her response just a month beforehand. Dogs don't respond well to punishment, especially not mine. They respond best to positive reinforcement of the things they're doing right. She also goes on to say, I encourage you to discipline your pets in a kinder and healthier manner. Smiley face. Except I don't do that. I like spitting on my dog because I think I'm a llama. I'm also appalled by the number of supporters this scumbag has with comments like, I don't know what you're on about. This is how you treat dogs. Gotta show them who's in charge, even though you love them. Just remind me not to take my dog to your place for any training. Wife beater, man basher. It's okay, girl. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is that you learn and grow from them. Yep, sorry officer, I was holding a knife and this guy ran into it 13 times. It's a shame you have to apologise about this. People lose their temper sometimes. It happens, and people should understand that. Huh? Did someone leave the stupid gate open again? Then I saw a video of this couple who are grandstanding, acting like they are the social justice warrior, saying that they want to spit in her face. Take a look.
I happen to know Cruz wouldn't tolerate anything like that.
Right, we only let Cruz tolerate tail docking and ear cropping. I only hope that you rescued that poor animal at the shelter because apart from aesthetic reasons, why would you mutilate your dog like that? It serves absolutely no purpose. In fact, the reason why this barbaric act used to happen was to prevent ears from being mauled during fights with each other. You will of course hear some say it was for their health. Yeah, right. But if you're still doing this, it's purely for cosmetic reasons. It's painful for the dog and requires regular follow-ups, and it's not always successful. It's for your benefit, not the dog's. The dogs look permanently aggressive to other dogs and people, which means that other alpha dogs will probably try to attack them immediately. Dogs with pricked ears and docked tails can't communicate submissive or calming behaviors to de-escalate a threat from another dog. Lowering the ears or wagging a tail is crucial body language that has been permanently silenced. People who are nervous around dogs will inadvertently react negatively to the appearance of these dogs, and that invites attack. Don't tell me you love your dog and then do that to them. It shows a total lack of insight into dog behavior. So stop it. I digress. Take a look at this.
I was playing with Cruz one day. We were watching The Walking Dead, and I was like, I wonder if Cruz would live if I turned into a zombie.
I wonder if Cruz would live if I turned into a zombie? You mean like prank him?
I was playing with him, acting like a zombie, and he thought the situation was really weird, and he tried to get away from me, and I was like, no, I want to eat you. I'm like, you would die if you were in a zombie apocalypse and I turned into a zombie. You'd let me eat you.
Was that fun for you? Amusing? Again, what was the purpose of that? Is it because when you see dogs in a pack situation, there is always that cheeky rascal who pranks other dogs and plays zombie and wants to eat them alive? Point of personal privilege, G-Mann here. Pronoun he, him, his, legend. Here in Australia, it is illegal to engage in the barbaric act of tail docking and ear cropping. Seriously, if you know anything about dogs, you will know that one of the ways they communicate is with their tail. Tail up and wagging, happy. Tail up and still, cautious. Tail and ears down, submissive. Those of you who have been with me for a while know that one of the things I despise more than snowflakes, influencers, and entitled humans are the animal abusers, and I have certainly covered a few. Remember this guy? Now what I'm about to show you is some shocking footage of a pathetic human being violently kicking a dog after punching it in the head on a beach on the Gold Coast. Now as you can see in the video, this incident shows a shirtless, gutless man in black shorts and thongs getting a dog believed to be a blue Staffordshire Bull Terrier off the back of his Holden Commodore Ute and kicking it before violently yanking on its lead. The follow-up with him is that he had his dog seized and rehomed to a caring family. The same action should be taken here. Let's get back to Brooke. There is a crucial learning phase for puppies between the age of 6 to 16 weeks. Everything they learn during that 10 weeks, good, bad, and ugly, will shape their behavior forever. They have an accelerated learning curve, so training is critical to ensure the outcome is a calm, happy, well-adjusted dog, not given to bouts of aberrant behavior. Most people want to get their puppy too early. 8 weeks is far too young to remove a puppy from its litter mates and mother. It's at this time that social skills such as bite inhibition and proper play are learned. Unless you, as the new guardian, can replicate the lessons learned in the pack environment, that puppy is set up to fail. 12 weeks is by far the best age, but greedy people won't wait that long. I'm not surprised Sphinx exhibits mouthing behaviour toward Brooke. He's not being taught early enough not to do it. Her reaction is out of frustration, and frustration must never form part of a relationship. You are a bully. Hurt people hurt people. Only you hurt animals. Even the mere fact that Robert said it was okay to push Sphinx to the ground, that whole action was useless and it achieved nothing, and Sphinx thought it was a game. If you were to take a moment just to observe dog behaviour in a pack, they don't hit, kick, or spit, but they do play rough, and usually there is an adult dog, or in the absence of a dog, a responsible human ready to step in to sort it out. By her own admission, Brooke says that she needs to get Sphinx some professional training. I think you could do with some professional training also. Just saying. You can see she has a distinct lack of insight about her own dog's behaviour. You can see in this clip, Sphinx is walking around her. He is clearly dominating her. He sees her as an equal, not a leader. Watch what he does. He looks like he's about to pee on her. Sphinx is ready to mark his territory. Here in Australia, we have far too many dog attacks because of humans' inability to read cues. I received this on the Point TV's Facebook page from Brittany Fraser. It reads, "I'm seriously curious about this. What's the correct way to discipline your dog when it's jumping all over you and chomping in your face like that? I'm not saying what she did is right or wrong, but that's a big and strong dog. I don't think slapping it on the paw and saying no would do much. I think I would have done the same thing. Not spitting though, that was a little much." Brittany, I'm so glad that you asked this question, and I can tell that you are a concerned dog owner. I would like everyone to do exactly what a dog would do in a pack. They don't hit, kick, or spit, but they do give a few warnings before they discipline their pup. As I mentioned before, they will growl, give a warning bark, yelp if the play is getting too rough, and if none of that works, you will see them roll the pup over on its back and give them a enough is enough look, or they will just kick the belligerent pup out of the pack for a while. So how do we replicate this in the human world? Well, for starters, if you have to start doing this training with a so-called teenage entire male, I can tell you now, you're going to have a battle on your hands. You all know this. If you haven't disciplined your child before the age of 4 to behave themselves, well, you're going to end up with a child who thinks riding their bikes in shopping centres is a cool thing to do. But let's just imagine Sphinx was not playing, as we can clearly see he was doing this here. I mean, in this situation, I would have turned the camera off and either taken him for a walk to help him release some of that energy, or even have him chase a ball in the yard. But that didn't happen. Let's say he was being a bit boisterous and the play was getting a bit rough. I would have clipped the lead on him, put him in a room, closed the door, and isolated him from the pack leader. Me. After about 30 seconds or so, if I can hear him settle, I would open the door and reward him for his good behaviour while he was in the room, never laying a hand on him in anger. And if he's still playing rough, repeat until he has that Pavlovian response that he associates calm behaviour with inclusion and reward. Now, how long should this take? Well, it takes as long as it takes. And if you don't have the patience to train your dog, then you shouldn't have one. Dogs are dogs, not humans. So I would suggest not to even listen to anyone, even me. Dog training is an unregulated industry. But I can say this, if you want the best success, watch them behave in a pack. Look at their posture, their eyes, tail, ears, and movement. If they don't look happy, it's time to break the pattern. This would never have happened to Brooke had she watched her dog's behaviour. He wanted to play and she wanted a dog that sees her as the alpha dog. Like I said, don't listen to me, just watch animal behaviour. I don't know how to end this video, but I would like to hear your comments. Now, I'm not a dog trainer and I'm not going to be so sanctimonious to think I know how to control or train dogs. But hey, a fish could do a better job than Brooke. I will finish up now, but if you want to stick around, I'll show you some classic communication signals that this dog Ragu is giving his owner, and the guy has no idea about his dog's message. As usual, like, subscribe, comment on other comments, and keep this channel alive. Now go away and let your dogs be dogs. I'm Gerald Pauschmann for The Point TV. Cheers, Rudy. Sorry, what was that?
Cheers, G-Mann. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Here is a classic example of an inexperienced owner of a giant breed who is out of his depth and has lost control of his dog. If you watch closely, you can see tentative hand movements as he tries to get Ragu off the sofa. Watch how Ragu starts growling. For some reason, this is seen as amusing. That dog, any dog, should be off the sofa as soon as he's told. Ragu has figured out that his owner is nervous and I'd say even a bit scared of him. So the balance of power has shifted and the dynamic in their relationship has changed. This dog can do some serious damage. As this exercise in futility drones on, Ragu stubbornly refuses to move, but his owner is oblivious to the warning signs being exhibited by his dog. Watch for the changes in Ragu's eye language. Did you see it there? Let me just show you that again. Right there. His pupils are becoming dilated and he starts to show the whites of his eyes. He also goes still and gives a hard stare, which is a precursor to an attack. He makes a couple of mock lunges towards the hapless man's arm before he starts to actually mouth him. All of these signs are being completely ignored and Ragu finally gets to the point where he tries to bite. All the while, this fool is using a tone of voice that is rewarding Ragu in an effort to coax him into compliance. But Ragu is having none of it. You can hear this guy saying, "Good boy, really?" And then he plays with the dog's jowls and playfully slaps him around the mouth. What the hell does he think he's doing? The video ends with the score Ragu 1, idiot owner 0. For all we know, that dog is still on the sofa and the dog owner now works for him. Look, I didn't mean to make a video about dogs and training. Not really, but just look at the number of dog attacks, some of them fatal. We don't take enough responsibility for training our dogs, and when the inevitable happens, these dogs are euthanized, and the incompetence continues when we get the next dog. Sometimes it's our babies and children who pay the price for our arrogance and superiority. There is a saying that goes something like this: those who don't learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them. And we see evidence of these mistakes almost every day. This is a cautionary tale. See what I did there? Not my usual, I admit, but it's too important. I would like to thank the beautiful Suzy Marstaeller for her help and advice. She's worked with dogs for about 40 years and is passionate about this subject. She has a fabulous dog bite prevention program aimed at reducing the number and severity of dog attacks. It's based on learning to recognize precursor signals a dog will give before it attacks. She believes the best way to protect our children is to teach them to protect themselves. I'll leave all her information in the description below. Thanks for watching.